us about his campaign and how things are going.
Excellent. Thanks for having me.
Let me ask you first, if you're from Asbury Park.
I live in Asbury Park. I lived there 10 years. I've written a conservative column for the last 5 years called The Justified Right.
Okay.
So for the last 5 years, I've been fighting on the front line against big government, and the big government in chief for us is Frank Pallone. So I've been investigating Frank, writing about Frank's illustrious career ruining our country, and I decided to put words into action and run against him.
Now, what do you do outside of the blog?
I work in orthopedic medicine. For the last 11 years, I've done what's called dynamic splinting, so I work in an operating room twice a week. I deal mostly with hands, but I dynamically splint any orthopedic fracture, dislocation, or burn. I also write music professionally. I have songs on Disney radio, country radio, and recently I got into writing professionally Christian music.
So you're quite the Renaissance.
Yes.
But since you're involved in the healthcare industry, I would imagine you may have strong opinions about the president's healthcare.
Absolutely. So, socialized medicine, universal medicine, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in any country that it's been applied in. It doesn't work in Great Britain. It doesn't work in Canada, I can tell you, because we have patients that fly in to our office in Ocean Township because they live in those countries and can't get the same comparable treatment that we offer here. The other thing that's so troublesome about Obamacare is that it mandates that we all pay for abortion. So that is a violation of our religious freedom, and as people of conscience, it violates our conscience.
Everybody knows that running for any office is a lot of work, but running for Congress is about as much work as you could possibly put in. You're a busy guy already. If you can just distill it down to as succinct a way of expressing it as possible, why is it that you decided to run for Congress and make this time investment?
When I was a little kid, our country's, America's a great country. When I was a little kid, growing up, you didn't feel the shadow of federal government looming over you. You were able to smoke outside. You were able to smoke in your home. You're able to eat fatty foods. Now government wants to tell you everything. And I decided to run because I want when I get married and have children, I want my children and my family to inherit the same individual liberty that I had growing up. It is not the same country. Because government has grown so quickly, I don't think people truly realize the threats to both their income, their livelihoods, and to their ability to make choices for themselves. Right now, government wants to make every choice for you. Whether you need a mammogram, they want to tell you what to have it, when or when not to have a mammogram. What foods you can eat. And there's Cheap and Fat.
He's a good-looking man. It'll help the traffic.
He is a good-looking man.
30 pounds ago, I was a good-looking man.
Right, yeah, I hear you. So, I'm running for Congress because I want to get the federal government out of our laps. I'm not going to Congress to write laws, I'm going to Congress first to uphold the Constitution, to defend the Constitution, and thirdly to limit the size and scope of the federal government.
Now, you obviously have some on-point views about what's wrong with our country and how we need to turn things around. First things first, you got to get through a primary.
Yes.
And then if you get through the primary, you have to face Frank Pallone, who's undoubtedly a part of the problem. But if memory serves, I believe he's raised more money and has more cash on hand than any other member of the New Jersey Congressional delegation, Republican or Democrat. How do you plan to overcome that?
We're going to go door to door and explain exactly who Frank Pallone is. We're going to attack him on his record. In 2009, at the height of the recession, Frank Pallone, while the rest of us were suffering financially, Frank Pallone used his influence as a congressman to get his wife a job at the EPA, earning over $200,000 a year. So when the voter finds that out, when the voter finds out that also during the recession where our income went down, every congressperson and every senator their income went up about 22% while ours sunk. I think they're going to look at Frank Pallone in a different light. So we're not out to trash Frank Pallone. We're just out to show the voter exactly who their representative is. He's self-serving, and I want to serve the public.
What do you like most about the campaign trail?
I like meeting voters. I like talking to voters about the issues that are important to them. It's important to me. If I felt that there was a better person to run for the seat, I would support that person. I just happen to feel that we need, I've never been a politician before, I just feel that we need people from our community to serve our community, not lifelong politicians. So I'm from the people, I'm going to serve the people, and that's my goal.
Last but not least, if somebody's out there watching this video right now and they like what they hear and they want to get involved, whether they're here in the 6th Congressional District or whether they are at some other end of the New Jersey Turnpike,
Sure.
How can they get in touch with you and help you?
CullariForCongress.com, CULLARI for Congress.com. We're accepting donations and volunteers. We need it all.
Ernesto Cullari, please let us know how the trail's going, and thanks
Absolutely.
for talking to us.
Thanks for having me.